Hi, I'm Tony Lair. In this how-to, I'll be showing you the basics of overall coloring, staining, and antiquing. First, set up your workspace. Be sure you have good lighting and a protective covering on your work table, such as brown paper, butcher paper, or plastic, never printed newspaper. If you are going to be spraying, work outside or in a well-ventilated area. Have the following available: practice leather pieces made from the same leather as your project, a container of clean water, and paper towels. Select the Eco Flo product of your choice and appropriate applicators. All Eco Flo leather dyes, highlight color stains, gel antiques, all-in-one stain and finishes, and acrylic cova colors can be used for overall coloring. Leather dyes, offered in 16 premix colors, can be applied overall using many different applicators. Daubers can be used to apply overall color on small projects. Load a dauber with dye, then touch to a paper towel to remove excess. Apply to the project in a small circular motion. Work from side to side, overlapping previously dyed areas to prevent streaking. Apply as many coats as necessary to achieve a smooth covering, remembering that with some colors, the more coats applied, the darker the color. Allow the project to dry completely for a true representation of the final color. Only good quality large brushes should be used when doing overall coloring with leather dyes. Apply the dye with cross, diagonal, and circular motions to achieve the best coverage. The best way to apply leather dyes to medium or larger projects is with an aerosol sprayer, or an airbrush if you have one. Construct a dye shield or booth from cardboard, or cut the top and front out of a cardboard box. Place the shield on brown paper. You will need an aerosol sprayer with a glass product container for mixing custom colors or to combine bottles of dye. To prepare the sprayer using the glass container, pour the dye into the container, insert the spray unit, then tighten. To attach the sprayer directly to a dye bottle, first remove the strainer tip, then trim 1/2 inch off the plastic siphon tube so it will fit down in a leather dye bottle. Place the strainer tip onto the end of the tube. Then push the tube into the sprayer. Insert the sprayer unit into the dye bottle and tighten. Prop up your project in the spray booth. Begin spraying off to one side, then spray back and forth over the project. Move the spray completely off the project with each pass. Turn your project 180 degrees and spray again. Turn your project 90 degrees and spray again. Continue spraying for full coverage. Allow the dye to dry completely for a true representation of the final color. Highlight color stains are more transparent than leather dyes and tend to highlight or bring out cuts and stamped impressions. They're offered in 14 premix colors, or you can mix your own custom colors. On this sample, I'll be using persimmon red. The best way to apply highlight color stain is with a slightly dampened sponge. Apply a liberal coat of stain, rubbing into all cuts and impressions. Let it sit for a moment, then remove excess stain with a clean, damp sponge. Allow the stain to dry completely for true color. Then apply your choice of a top coat finish. This sample was first background dyed with leather dye and allowed to dry. Then highlight color stain was applied. All-in-one is both the stain and finish. It's offered in 12 premix colors, or you can mix your own custom colors. The best way to apply all-in-one stain and finish is with a piece of sheep wool. On this sample, I'll be using chocolate cherry. Apply stain to sheep wool, never directly on the leather. Rub in a circular motion, getting down into all cuts and impressions. Then use a new clean applicator to remove excess stain. Continue removing excess stain with clean pieces of sheep wool until project buffs to a shine, then allow to dry. Buff again for a final shine, and remember, only one coat is recommended. Allow the stain to dry completely for true color. An additional top coat finish may be applied but is not necessary. This sample shows a project colored with cherry red all-in-one. Then black and red acrylic Cova colors were used to accentuate the designs. Gel antiques can either be applied over natural leather or a pre-dyed or stained project. There are 6 pre-mixed colors, or you can mix your own custom colors. This sample shows saddle tan gel antique being applied on natural leather. Apply a liberal amount of antique to a soft cotton cloth, then wipe onto the leather. Fill in all cuts and impressions. Use a clean cloth to remove excess antique, then buff with a clean cloth. Allow the antique to dry completely for true color. Then apply a top coat finish of your choice. This sample shows applique corner pieces that were first background dyed with bison brown leather dye. Then mahogany gel antique was applied over all. This sample was first sprayed with leather dye and allowed to dry. Then a top coat finish was applied as a resist before antiquing to pop out the impressions without changing the base color. Acrylic Cova colors can also be used for overall coloring. They're offered in 18 premixed colors or can be mixed together for multiple hues. Cova colors can be used full strength, diluted with water, or mixed together to give you a wide choice of shades and hues for accents or full coverage on your projects. Use Cova colors to accent eyes and features for a realistic look. You can intensify colors as shown on this flower by first painting the flower with white Cova color. Let it dry, then apply color over the white. Cova colors can also be used as resist. First paint your design with Cova, let it dry, then apply a stain or antique. Use Cova colors as edge treatments. Mix 5 parts color to 1 part super sheen, then apply with a brush or small dauber. An advantage of acrylic Cova colors is that they can be used to paint or imprint designs on suede and other finished leathers because they don't require a final top coat finish. For more information about coloring using Eco Flo products, see our book, Coloring with Eco Flo, and our how-to videos.